Former Oklahoma State basketball coach Sean Sutton spoke to a group of young Oklahomans about his struggles with addiction. Sutton was a guest speaker at Teen Recovery Day at the University of Central Oklahoma on Tuesday. The former basketball coach was arrested in February 2010 for trying to obtain prescription drugs illegally. Sutton pleaded guilty to all 4 charges and received 3 years probation. He underwent treatment following his arrest. Sutton spoke to the students about where he's been and where he's going in life.
And so I came into treatment, a broken man. I had a crushed spirit. I felt hopeless, that I wondered if I was ever going to get it right. And shortly after being in there, I had a call from a good friend, Trina and myself, who's a very popular actress in Hollywood, and she called to give me some support. And I talked to her on the phone that day, and she said, I said, I've ruined my whole reputation. I'll never get it back. And she said, you get it back. You ripped it a little bit, but the way you get it back is you keep your head up high, you put one foot in front of the other, and you continue to do the next right thing. And so it's kind of been implanted in my mind that that's my thought process every day. Walk with my head up, one foot in front of the other, keep doing the next right thing. And so I stayed 115 days in treatment. I did everything they told me to do. I dug at the issues that were making me want to use drugs, and why I felt compelled and justified to use prescription drugs. And so I worked through a lot of issues, worked through a lot of problems in my past. And each day I became a little bit more hopeful. And all of a sudden the lights started to come back on. And I had a great counselor. And we sat and we visited a lot throughout my stay. And he said, you've been to the Final Four twice. I said, yeah, you're right. He said, well, how did you get to the Final Four? And I said, well, I think that number one, you got to be disciplined. Number two, you got to be able to communicate. Number three, you got to practice hard every day. You got to follow the game plan, and you've got to depend on the system and work as a team. And he said, that sounds a lot like instead of the road to the Final Four, it could also be the road to recovery. And I started thinking about that. Communicating your feelings with people that you trust, whether it be a counselor, whether it be therapist, whether it be someone in your family, somebody that you've been through treatment with. Staying disciplined. You're not going to get distracted by outside things that you can't control. And that was one of the things that I really had to learn, is I couldn't control everything. And I always felt like I wanted to, but I've learned that there's some things I just can't control. All I can do is worry about myself, doing the best I can do every day, and I'm not going to worry about outside distractions. I've learned to deal with resentments. I've learned to deal with stress, the 2 biggest things that can cause a relapse. I followed my game plan for what they gave me in treatment. I've been to meetings. I see a counselor every week. All the things that they taught me to do, and so I've been able to go on and have a happy life. Nobody said this is ever going to be easy. And Kathy's song about change I thought was very appropriate for this, because change is hard. There's nothing easy about change, and it takes a lot of fight. It takes trusting in others. It takes belief in yourself. It takes forgiveness, and it takes constant motivation that I don't want to live that way anymore. This is what I want. And so the thing that I've learned more than anything is that I've learned to appreciate every day. I don't stress about the future. I certainly don't worry about what happened in the past.